How are you guys today? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I hope someone is. If you guys can type in the comments if you can see me well. Just want to make sure that I'm not speaking to myself here. Good morning, Kat. Yeah, thank you. Yes to both. Is the music good in the background or is it too loud? Just want to know if the volume is good. Can you hear me well? Yes. Hi, Kelly. How are you? What are you guys grateful for today before we get started? Tell me one thing you are grateful for about, like today or this week. Like what happened to you this week that you are grateful about? And it can be as simple as I'm grateful because I'm breathing air. So don't try to overcomplicate things, okay? But I want you to tap into your gratefulness first. What are you grateful for? Please share in the comments. I am grateful because Samantha made me a beautiful green smoothie. Grateful because it's Friday. Looking and sounding good. Thank you, CJ. I am grateful because you guys chose to be here with me today, and I feel grateful because of that. So what are you guys grateful for? Talking with friends. Very nice, Carol. How many of you practice gratefulness daily? And this can be done in your journal if you write it down. This can be done just thinking about it in your mind, just allowing yourself a few seconds every day to think about one or two things you are grateful for. Peaceful home, you're grateful for my job, grateful for getting handled on priorities. Very nice. This is great. Quiet mornings with myself, intentional self-care. I do a journal at night, try to remember during the day. Very nice. If you guys were here in the last session I did, one of the ceremonies I had was I have like what I call a magic rock by my bedside table, and every time I see that rock before going to bed, it triggers me to remember to reflect about my day and then start being grateful. Grateful that I'm finally decluttering, feels good to lighten up. Very nice, Kelly. Okay, so anyone is new here to these live sessions with me? Just want to know if anyone is new. Just to say hi and see your face. Okay, so I don't see any comments, so I guess you are all guys. Aloha from Hawaii. Oh, new here. Hi Marina, hi Jimmy. Thank you so much for saying hi. And so my name is Emilio Jose Garcia and I do live sessions every week, normally on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I always talk about topics around organization, minimalism, self-care, and mental health. I put a lot of emphasis on the mental health and the self-care piece because you will see that that's the entry point to be able to make any change in your life. Hola from Mexico again. Hi, Juliana. So today's session, guys, it's a sampling. It's a sampling of self-care practices or mindfulness practices that you can do. I just want you to become aware of all of them if you are not. Why? Because these practices are going to help you feel better. They are going to help you integrate these little things in your day in a way that is not overwhelming, in a way that is actually doable. And I just want you to experience them with me here, with us, all of us together. I'm gonna be holding your hand with these practices, and I want you to let yourself the space and the time to really embrace every practice. It's just gonna be a few minutes each practice. We're going to start with breath work, okay? Because breathing is so important, and I don't know you guys, but me, I catch myself every single day, like I feel like I'm going diving. When I pay attention to my breathing, I realize like I am holding my breathing. I'm like, and that's so common for me every single day. So I need to really be intentional about letting myself breathe deeply during the day. And I catch myself holding my breath. I catch myself blocking that energy flow throughout my body. And then that shows up in tensions, that shows up in different ways. And that's why the second practice after the breathing work, it's gonna be doing a body scan. A body scan is going to allow you to notice any discomfort that you may have in your body. Okay, so I think it's really, really important to become aware of what's going on. The third practice we're gonna be doing is visualization. We're going to visualize, and this is something that you can visualize into the past and into the future. So we're gonna do a sampling of both options, okay? And then we're gonna do a sampling of affirmations, okay? And then see how that feels for you. And then we're gonna do a little meditation. And I would invite you to, we're gonna try two options. One option is gonna be a silent meditation, and the other one is going to be with music or with my singing bowl, okay? And the last one is going to be mirror work. So this is my daughter's mirror. And I invite you to have a mirror handy. If you don't have access to a mirror, you can also use a device and then use the camera, the selfie camera, and then you can see yourself reflected. I personally will prefer if you can have just a little mirror, something that you can see yourself reflected in, because you're gonna need it, okay? And it's going to be very important. So which one sounds more exciting for you? Before we even do them, like which one sounds more exciting to you from the ones that I have shared with you? What practice do you feel more like inspired to try? I'm just curious. Breath work. Mirror. Oh, that's a very interesting, Cecilia. Okay, mirror work. Amazing. I invite you guys to do these practices with curiosity, okay, and with an open mind. I don't judge them. Don't think about them. Just do them, okay? Do them and see how they feel, okay? Because so many times maybe we have some judgments about practices because we saw them sometime, or maybe we tried them in a different setting and we didn't like them. And I invite you to personalize them. So once you become aware of them, you're gonna be able to personalize all these practices to fit your specific needs. And then I feel mirror is more challenging for me. I will say, Cecilia, that's gonna be for everybody. Doing the mirror work is gonna be probably one of the most triggering practices. And let me tell you that the fact that the practice is triggering means that there is work for you to be done there. And when a practice is comfortable and you don't face anything, I will say that you are either not going deep enough, or maybe you are not confronting things that you have to confront, right? And when you do a practice and you feel a lot of resistance, when you are trying to do something that just is pulling teeth and you just can't find yourself finding the energy and the time to do it, and you find your body, your mind is rejecting it, that's a clear sign that there is something there for you. And I'm saying this from experience. We are doing, my wife and I, we are doing a couples program, and I can tell you that one of the practices that we have to do is like sitting in front of each other, and we have to do a specific practice, and it's so difficult. I did it one time and I had such a hard time because there are so many underlying stuff that was coming up for me, that was triggering me, that was making me feel uncomfortable, and it got to the point that it was very overwhelming for me. It was very like so much to digest, right? That's why it's important to like push yourself enough that you feel uncomfortable, but not too much that you feel anxiety and then you just paralyze yourself, okay? So it's been 10 minutes. I think everybody joined already the session. So let's get started with doing some breath work. And I invite you guys to... Oh, thank you, Diana. Yeah, I had an amazing birthday. So let's just do the breath work, okay? I invite you to close your eyes, okay? Get in a comfortable position. You are more than welcome to share anything in the comments if you feel like it. This is not a full practice. This is a sampling, and I'm gonna be here with you. So please just go slowly and then share anything that's coming up for you. Baby steps. Yeah. So for the breathing, there are so many different ways of doing this, but I want you to first start taking a deep inhale through your nose, if possible, like, and I want you to count up to 4. Hello, Jen. Just do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to hold it for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to exhale through your mouth for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I want you to hold it for 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4. And then you can repeat this pattern over and over as many times as you need. This is called square breathing, and I will invite you to tweak the numbers, okay? If for some of you counting up to 4 it's too long, just count up to 2, count up to 3. If 4 is not enough for you because you have done this many times and you feel more comfortable, you can do it for longer. It doesn't matter for how long or how short you do it. What matters is that you are paying attention to your breathing. You are really breathing into your belly, feeling that belly going inflating and deflating like a balloon. And then try to inhale through your nose and try to exhale through your mouth. And if you feel like doing a noise, making any kind of sounds that feels good to you, just do that, okay? This is for you guys. This is a practice just for you. So let's do it again. Let's inhale through our nose for 4. Let's hold it for 4. Let's exhale through our mouth for 4. Make a noise, make sounds. And then hold it for 4. How do you guys feel? How does this feel? Please take the time to share in the comments, like, what's coming up for you when you are doing this? Is it relaxing? Is it uncomfortable? Is it interesting? Little out of breath. Sharon, that's very normal. Maybe if you're feeling that way, I would recommend maybe start with shorter amount of time. Maybe count up to 2. Hold it for 2, 2, and then hold it for 2. Maybe don't hold the breath yet. Maybe just do inhale and exhale a few times until you feel comfortable, and then after that you can start holding your breath a little bit. There is no right or wrong way of doing this, guys. It needs to feel good to you, okay? A little difficult to hold after exhale. Same for you, Kitty. It's normal. Tweak the number, maybe take a few deep breaths, just inhale and exhale. And just when you feel comfortable, when you feel relaxed, try to incorporate counting a bit longer and just notice how you feel. This is the most important piece, guys. Notice how you feel. Breathing is the most important thing that we have to do. It's one of the main mindfulness practice that we all have to do, because if we don't breathe, we don't feel well, we don't have energy. And many other things happen when we don't breathe, or when we are breathing like very shallow. That's called like anxiety breathing. That's triggering our brain that we are not feeling calm, that we may be on a fight or flight mode, that we may need to do something that will require a lot of energy because we are afraid, right? And that's making us like contract like this, protecting us, and it's not letting the flow of energy go through our body because we are tense, okay? So by breathing, the first thing that happens is that when you breathe, you are sending way more oxygen into your brain. So that triggers your brain into, first, you are getting more energy. You are feeling calmer. Your brain associates that breathing with I am safe, with I can relax. There is nothing here unsafe for me right now. It feels good. And from that place of mindfulness, of calmness, that's when you can start doing other practices like meditation, affirmations. If you are in a state of that you are not allowing yourself to breathe and you are not feeling calm, there is no point on trying other practice because you are still not in the present moment. That's another thing. When you are breathing like this, you are grounding yourself to the present moment. Okay? You are becoming aware of your surroundings. You are becoming aware of your breath. And then when you breathe in, like there is another breathing technique that is, you can breathe in for maybe 4 seconds or 3 seconds, and you can exhale for longer. So do this with me. Let's just inhale for 2 and exhale for 4, okay? Like inhale for, and then exhale for 4. Most likely you are feeling out of breath, but what you are doing there, we are flashing the brain. We are exhaling more than what we are inhaling, so we are releasing more oxygen, more stuff out of our body, and then we are inhaling. So we are flashing our system, and this is another technique that you can do. Some people do inhale for 4 and exhale for 8, exhale for 6. Again, play with the numbers until you feel comfortable, and just notice how your body feels like after each exercise, okay? What's coming up for you after doing that one? And now that you guys have breathed a few times, like, are you feeling calmer? Are you feeling less tense, more tense? Like, just share with me, how is this exercise like making you feel? Feeling calmer. Relax, calm, aware, clear. I'm definitely feeling calmer. Okay. I feel more focused in the present moment. Okay. Just more noticing what is going on in my body. Perfect. Okay. Is anybody not feeling this way? Is anybody here still feeling anxiety? Still feeling like a little bit out of place, not grounded? I just want to make sure that you guys are all in the right space to do the next exercise. That is going to be the body scan. Does anybody need a little bit more of breathing? If that's the case, don't feel shy. Just share it here. We are doing this all together, okay? We're gonna be holding each other. Okay, so I don't see anything, so we're gonna be moving into the next exercise, okay? Once you have done a few breathings, a few breaths, and you are feeling well, now it's the time to do a body scan. So I invite you to get in a comfortable position, okay? You can sit down, you can lay down, you can do whatever you need to make yourself feel comfortable. Keep breathing in a way that feels comfortable to you, okay? Just inhale and exhale into your belly. Feel your belly inflating and deflating like a balloon. Don't stop breathing. Don't stop grounding yourself. And now I want you to focus your attention. We're gonna be starting in our feet, okay? We're going to do a body scan. That means that we are going to drive our attention from our feet all the way up to our heads, top of our head, okay? I want you to focus on your feet first. Notice them, move them a little bit if you can. wiggle them, just become aware of them. Are you feeling any tension there? Are you feeling any pain, any discomfort? And then I want you to slowly start going up through your legs, your knees, your thighs. Just keep going up all the way up to your head. Keep breathing, okay? Don't forget to keep breathing. It's very normal that now you notice something happening there, okay? I myself am noticing tension in my left shoulder here. I am noticing a little bit of discomfort on my lower back. So I'm gonna be breathing to those areas. And now you can do a few things here. I will invite you to imagine that every time that you inhale, imagine a light, a bright light of your favorite color going into your body through your nose, and then direct that light into that tension spot in your body, okay? So I'm visualizing that light going into my left shoulder. You can hold that light in there, hold your breath and hold the light a little bit, and then when you exhale through your mouth, you can visualize some of that tension going away with your breath and dissolving into the universe, okay? You can do this as many times as you need until you feel clear with that specific spot. You will know when you can stop. Sometimes you can get rid of everything, sometimes something will remain there, but you are aware of it and you are already taking action on maybe correcting your posture, maybe keeping your breathing going. So when you get up to your head and you have done this breathing and focusing your energy into the discomfort areas, I want you to share in the comments, like, what did you notice? Was it easy to do this or was it difficult? Doing a body scan is very important because when you do any kind of practice, you are going to notice new things happening. Especially if you are doing some sort of practice that you are trying to become aware of a situation that happened to you, if you are meditating on a past experience that you need clarity about, like, you are going to start noticing stuff coming up for you, and all the emotions are going to be linked with tension, with energy, and that energy is going to show up in different places in your body. So I find very helpful to be aware first of how you feel and then become aware of any new tension that may appear. So I find it hard to keep the image of the light in my mind. Jen, that's okay. You don't have, that's an option. You don't have to do that. Some people find it helpful, some people don't. Very easy, lots of experience with this when setting for sleep. Amazing, CJ, thank you. Notice holding tension to sit up straight versus relaxing into my posture. Amazing awareness, Sharon. That's great. The more you do this exercise, the more aware you will become, right? Are you guys feeling complete with a body scan? Are you aware? Did you have enough time to kind of get a sampling of what this is? Now, you guys may be ready for the next one, the next exercise. See, thank you, Monica. I want you to keep paying attention to your breath, okay? Breathing, keep breathing through the practice, okay? At the same time, I want you to keep paying attention to your body. Every now and then do a scan. Hi Beverly. And when you notice a tension, you're gonna notice it right away, because right now you are aware of your body, and if something new shows up, it's like that new thing is gonna be poking you in the back and say, hey, I'm here, come. So that's your opportunity to shine the light and then focus your energy into that spot and become aware of why is this happening now. And when you notice something physical, a tension happening in your body, most likely that can be with an emotion. That came with something that you felt, something that came up to your mind, something that triggered you, maybe discomfort, something happened there that made that tension appear in that specific place. Okay? From being here, we can work on the next exercises. And I want you to notice that we are building up here. These are not separate practices, but they can be combined. Okay? So tension in my neck, shoulder area. Juliana, was that tension there before? Was that tension there all the time since you started doing these exercises today? Or did you notice it appearing after? And it's okay if you don't have a clear answer, but sometimes you do. Sometimes you know, wow, that tension started after I was doing my body scan, or that tension started because I noticed a feeling coming from an upcoming event that I have that causes me anxiety or causes me stress or makes me feel uncomfortable because I don't feel ready for it, and then I notice that tension. You know, you're starting to link things, and this is what's going to happen when you are doing practices. Stuff sometimes is gonna come up, especially when you are doing mindfulness practices to just be present. When you are allowing your body to be present and you are not setting your intention into doing any specific thing, stuff is gonna come. Stuff is gonna start coming your way. It's impossible to keep a clear mind all the time. Stuff is gonna come, right? And it is your job to let that stuff come, to really embrace it and really become aware of why that stuff is there. Same for me, tension in shoulders, arrived here with it. Amazing. Since before, but it was emphasized with the scan. Amazing. Good morning, Polly. So start paying attention to that, okay? For those of you who are experiencing this tension, you can do a few things here. And again, this is something that you have to listen to your body, and I want to give you these practices so that you are aware of them, and then listen to your body to see which one may fit you the best right now. Some of the options that you could do is keep doing the body scan and stay yourself in that meditative state that you are not trying to do anything, you are not visualizing, you are not doing affirmations, you are just being present and grounded, and you are just observing. That's one thing you can do, okay? And I will say that this is an active mindfulness meditation to notice what's going on in your body. So this is a combination of a body scan with breathing, and you are holding a space for yourself. You are holding that space and seeing what's coming into that space and letting it be there, okay? You are holding the emotions there. You are not trying to analyze them. You are not trying to block them. You are not trying to release them yet. You are just observing them because you need to learn something from them, okay? So please, hi Jessica. So please, anything that's coming up for you, keep it in the container that you have created, okay? Notice where that tension, where that emotion, where that discomfort is showing up in your body, and just pay attention to it. Keep breathing and keep focusing that breathing into that specific spot so that you can become more aware of why that feeling is there. For some of you, you may have clarity right away of why that thing is there. You will have specific events, specific memories, specific feelings that you connect that discomfort with. If that's your case, maybe you are ready to start doing deeper work of, okay, I understand that I am feeling this tension in my left shoulder because I have a live session on Insight Timer on Tuesday. That session is about a topic that I'm not very confident about. I feel anxious because maybe I won't be able to deliver what people are expecting from me. And because of that, that tension is there. With this understanding, I am choosing to just release that tension by managing my expectations, by I am going to just do my best. I am going to show up and just share what I know from my own experience and just flow through the session sharing what I know. When you do something like this, you are doing active work on those expectations that you may have about yourself. And those expectations, that perfectionism, that feeling afraid of failure, that feeling afraid that people are gonna make fun of you, all those things that are not real yet, they are in your head, they are triggering that discomfort in your physical body. Okay? I remember now I was using my mobile while lying down, so now feel the strain in my shoulders. Amazing, Beverly. So now you became aware of using the mobile was causing you that strain in your shoulders, because when we use the mobile, we tend to do this, right? We tend to be like this. And we don't notice, but this is actual science. Like they say that we have way more shoulder and neck pains because of the posture of how we take our devices. So that's amazing that you are becoming aware of that. Because now, guess what? You can change that. You can start being more intentional about your posture. And maybe you change how you take your phone, maybe you lay down differently, maybe you just do it in a different way. Okay? Guys, feel free to share anything that is coming up for you in here, okay? We are doing this together. You are not alone in this. How many of you are feeling clear with the body scan and nothing else is showing up? Thank you, Monica. How many of you are still processing stuff? How many of you are still feeling that there is more stuff coming up and you just need more time? Either way, this is okay. It doesn't matter how you feel. What matters is that you are aware of it. When we do these practices, sometimes you can solve something in one sitting, sometimes you can't. And you have to be okay with it. Definitely feeling right upper back now, not sure what is connected to. Amazing, Sharon, that's totally okay. So this is something new that came up for you, Sharon, during this practice? Okay. So this is why it is so important to stay present and grounded, because when you are present and grounded and you are not allowing your mind to be distracted by thinking, stuff is still gonna come, but you're gonna be seeing that stuff from an observer perspective rather than from an active engaging. I am still moved but aware and kind of calm with what is happening. Okay. I just want to let you guys know that everything that is happening to you right now, it's perfect. It is what you need. Even if you don't know how to handle it yet, even if you don't know what to do with it yet, the fact that you are holding space for that thing to just be there, that's already a huge step. Okay? I am under contract to buy a home. It doesn't feel right in my solar plexus, even though it all makes sense on paper. So Ella, this is a clear example on something that you need to get more clear on. And in your specific case, something that you can try is you do the breath work to get yourself in a state and calm, and then you do the body scan to make sure that you are aware of what's going on, and then you can do a meditation about getting more clear about your home purchase. And you can orient your meditation into that specific area. You can ask for answers, for clarity, for focus on that specific thing. So many times I will sit down and close my eyes because I need clarity about something that I don't have a clear answer for. When that happens, I am creating a container and I am observing what's coming up in there. So I don't know what's right, I don't know what's wrong, I don't have a clear and confident answer, but by me sitting there, grounding with myself, seeing what's coming up and try to digest it, try to understand why that thing is coming up, what's underlying, what's under every feeling that's showing up. By you starting to understand those things, you are starting to shine the light deeper and deeper and deeper. And when you can do that, you are going to see what's underneath that tension, underneath that feeling of discomfort, underneath that you say, it doesn't feel right in my solar plexus. Okay? So that's something that is there. It's like the tip of the iceberg, right? You are seeing the tip of the iceberg right now. And for you, that is, it doesn't feel right in my solar plexus. But I have no idea what's underneath. So in order for you to be able to go underneath, these practices can help you do that. So I will invite you to spend a little bit more of time with yourself, okay? And then do whatever you feel you need. You can do breath work, thinking about that decision that you are making. You can keep doing that body scan to notice if something else is showing up and where. And when that thing is showing up, you can try to just hold space for it, just meditate about it, just observe what's happening, see what else is coming up. You will start noticing connections. You will start noticing why that thing is there, what is triggering that thing, and then you are going to start getting more clear about the reasons why. Sometimes those reasons are limiting beliefs that we have, that we learned from when we were child, and they are running us sometimes even without us knowing. And there is a lot of inner child work that you can do, that we all need to do, just to identify and shine the light on the things that are controlling us, because that's what we learned when we were little. That's what we saw from our parents, from our environment, and those are like blueprints that run us automatically. And unless we can shine the light on them and do some reprogramming work, do that some like mindfulness work on them, they keep running us, they keep triggering us, they keep making us feel something. And in that time, those programmings were created because they were protecting you, they were giving you what you needed at that time. But now we are adults and we no longer need the same programming, the same thing to feel well. But we still have to get rid of them. We still have to embrace those feelings, embrace those habits that are so familiar, that we have repeated for so long, and then step into something new. And that something new is very scary. That something new sometimes is really difficult to step into. And this is why we are doing practices like this one. Okay? So from this place, we did the breath work, we did the body scan, we did a little bit of a meditation on something that was happening for us to try to hold space and really feel and understand why it's there. From here, there are 3 more things that you can do that I'm going to share today. One thing is visualization. Visualization can be used in many different ways, okay? There is not a right or wrong way of doing it. In my specific situation, my personal experience with visualization, I use it in 2 ways, okay? One way I use it is to visualize something that happened in the past. I try to connect with something that I liked, something that made me feel well. And when I can do that, I am going back to that experience, and then I am connecting emotionally with that experience. And that makes me feel well. That makes me feel grounded. That makes me feel more positive, grateful, and that helps me in the present moment to look at life with a different lens. Okay? That's one way I use it. Have you guys used this technique, visualization, going somewhere in the past where you had a great time, where you laughed really hard, where you just loved that day or that specific moment, and you just go back there every now and then to just relive that experience and then feel it in your body right now? Have you guys done that before? It's okay if you haven't, and it's okay if you have. It's just one technique that I invite you to try. So that's one way, visualization. You can visualize yourself going back to that experience, and that's something good. The most used way of visualization is when you are trying to connect with a new reality. Okay? A new reality that doesn't exist yet. A new reality that you really want to create. A new reality that, in order for you to be able to create it, you need to let go of your current habits and routines, and you need to create new ones. Creating new habits, new routines, new programming is very difficult. And for you to be able to do it, for you to be able to really feel motivated, feel inspired, and really tap into that new reality with all the emotions and experiences that will bring you, it's very helpful if you can actually take your brain there. And this is not, you use a little bit of thinking, sure, to put images in your brain, to create the scenery that you need to, but then you are going to connect emotionally with that reality. Okay? So, for example, back in 2012, me and my wife, we wanted to create a new reality for ourselves. We were in New Zealand, we were traveling, we didn't have a permanent job, and the reality was we want to find a way to have full control of our time, our energy, and our creativity. Doing something that we love and doing something that will pay us enough to maintain our desired lifestyle. We had no idea how to make that happen, but we started using visualization, thinking, how can it look like? How does an ideal day look like to me? And then we go there. I go there. I get up in the morning. I look at the clock. What time is it? What do I do now? What do I do for work? Who is paying me for what? And then what do I do for fun? What do I do for self-care? What do I do for family? And you visualize your ideal day. You visualize your ideal week. You visualize your ideal year, whatever you want to visualize it. But when you are visualizing that thing, what's happening is that you are connecting emotionally with that thing, with that reality. And when you can do that, you can start creating new habits, new mindsets that will take you there. Because it's like a seed. You have planted a seed in your brain, and your brain is like a garden. When you can plant a seed in that brain, in that garden, it's going to grow. It's going to become a seedling and then a full plant and a full tree. But first you need the seed. And I will say that visualization allows you to put a seed in your brain. A seed that is telling you, hey, this is something that I want. Hey, this is something that I would love to find a way to do. Okay? And then by you putting it in there, it doesn't matter if you have no idea how to make it happen yet. You know the goal. You have seen the outcome. The brain is going to find a way to get there, guys. It is. And this is what I want you to understand. That you just have to focus on what you want, and the how-to. There are so many different how-tos to get there. There is not a right or wrong way. There are thousands of ways to get to the same destination. You just need to know the destination, okay? So visualization can help you connect with that new reality. How many of you have done visualizations in this way? Try to visualize your desired outcome. Try to visualize yourself, if you have to give a presentation, visualizing yourself delivering an amazing presentation, being there and people clapping at you. Yes, I have. Okay, some people have done this. Athletes do this before going to the Olympics and having to perform in front of like the whole world. They prime themselves by visualizing themselves running or doing the sport that they are doing in the best possible way. So they are priming their mindset to get ready to be able to perform to their best ability. Okay, so this is something that if you haven't done it, explore the idea. And if you have, keep doing it. Okay, that's beautiful. Me and my partner have a visualization. I feel like it's stronger when a couple visualizes together. Of course it is, Paige. When you can visualize together with a couple, you are co-creating something. And you are being on the same page. You are communicating clearly. And if you can see the outcome together, it's amazing. It's so beautiful. And there is nothing stopping you then from getting there. I visualized a classroom because I wanted to change to a different school, my last position before I retired. Amazing. One of the latest things that I did with my daughter, there is this amazing daycare 1 block away from our house. There is a huge waiting list, super difficult to get into, but we said we want our daughter to go there. It's like right around the corner, and they always have so much fun. They have a program where they spend 75% of the time outside. So when I was taking Eva to the latest daycare that we had on the other side of town, that was amazing too, but it wasn't as comfortable and convenient. Every time I was driving, I was telling my daughter, Eva, you are gonna go there very soon. You're gonna be playing in that playground really soon. Guess what happened? 2 weeks later of me saying that, I got an email from that daycare because we were on the wait list, and magically we got a position in there for 2 days a week. And we took the risk of putting her for 2 days a week, and then she increased to 3 days a week, and then she increased to 4 days a week in just 3 weeks. So everything flowed really nicely, but it all started by me saying, Eva, you are going to go there with confidence. And then boom, voila. So try it, just give it a try, guys. Okay, so the next thing that I wanna share with you after doing the visualization is affirmations. Affirmations is telling yourself something, hopefully positive, because affirmations can be positive and can be negative. So anything that you are telling to yourself is an affirmation. And anything that you are telling yourself, even your negative self-talk, it is an affirmation. And those affirmations are going to create your reality. And even if you don't believe in this, just do the test. Tell yourself nice things and see how you feel. And tell yourself bad things, negative things, put yourself down and then see how you feel. You will notice that your vibration, your energy levels, your motivation is going to be way, way different. So affirmations is used for you to encourage yourself to do something different, for you to create a new habit, for you to find a way to create a new reality for yourself, for you to be more confident. Okay? An example of an affirmation could be, I recommend everyone read the 4 Agreements. One of the best books and touches on what Emilio is talking about. Amazing. I love the 4 Agreements. I love them. We could do a session on them if you wanted to, but yeah, it's amazing. There are so many amazing books out there that are gonna say the same thing. They all say the same thing in different words. But basically, affirmations is anything that you are telling yourself, okay? So it's important to watch yourself, and then that brings me to the next exercise. Do you guys have a mirror handy? Because the mirror work, just give me a second that my cat is meowing. This is my cat Negrito, in case you are curious. Okay, he just wants out. Okay. Hola Negrito. So, do you guys have a mirror ready? Okay. So, all the practices that we are doing especially the more active practices. So breathing is something that you can do in front of the mirror, sure, but you can breathe with your eyes closed. You can do a body scan with your eyes closed. I think it's more helpful to have your eyes closed because you are eliminating the distraction of your environment. But once you are in state, once you are in that place of like, okay, I'm ready to do work, I have noticed what's happening, I have noticed my tension here, I have watched excuse me, I watched that tension, I understand why it's there, I understand that it's because I'm doing a live session and I am unsure of, and that's causing me tension. So once you have identified the trigger, you can then start doing more active practices. Like visualization is one, affirmations is another one. Like, Emilio, you are going to deliver an amazing presentation and people are going to love it. And then if you repeat that over and over, you are going to eventually going to feel better about it. If you are repeating, oh Emilio, you are going to mess up, oh Emilio, people are gonna hate you, oh Emilio, if you keep telling yourself that over and over, you're gonna put yourself in a state of mind that you're gonna feel anxious about that presentation, and that tension is going to grow and grow. So you see the relationship between the trigger, the physical pain, and then the practice that you are going to do. So in this case, I invite you to step in front of the mirror, okay? And first of all, just look at yourself in the mirror. And I want you to type in the comments, what do you feel? Please, be honest. How do you feel? It's okay. Any feeling is welcome here. I feel great. I love myself. I hate myself. I feel very uncomfortable. I cannot look myself in the eyes. Whatever is coming up for you, it's good. Judgmental of myself, anxious about not having a job yet, judgment first, deep compassion, sleepy. It's great, guys. Same here, Monica. Yeah, so you are noticing stuff, okay? So now, when you notice this stuff, and we haven't done anything yet, we just step in front of the mirror and you are already... Wish I didn't get old. Linda, we all get old. I just turned 42 on Tuesday and I realized like, oh my God, time is flying by. And there are different stages of life and we need to embrace them. Look for something to fix hair, eyebrows. Amazing. Okay, so we haven't done anything yet and you guys have so much to share. I am beautiful. We are all beautiful. Well said, Monica. I turned 41 on Wednesday. Happy birthday, dear Emilio. Much love to you. Thank you, Becca. So, step in front of the mirror, okay? Look at yourself. Can you hold eye contact with yourself for just 5 seconds? Just tell me, can you do that? Just look in your eyes, left eye, right eye, left eye, right eye. Amazing. I look better every day because my vision is not so good. That's funny. Okay, can you make a funny face? Like, just can you make a sad face? Can you make a silly face? Just be silly in front of the mirror. Can you allow yourself to be silly in front of the mirror? Playful? Do something stupid? Something that makes you laugh? Something that doesn't make any sense? Can you do that? Yes. Okay. Can you tell yourself you love yourself? Emilio, I love you. Amazing. So for those of you who are facing resistance, it's normal and it's okay. For those of you who are not, then you can dive deeper into practices using the mirror. You can start doing affirmations in front of the mirror. Anything that came up for you, my dog is laughing. Yeah, he's having fun, guys. He's probably thinking, what is she doing? This is fun. I want to be there too. So just put him in the mirror too. Why not? But just notice, like, you guys have different scales, different things are showing up for you. So from here, you can do this practice anytime during the day, really. You don't have to be holding a mirror. Anytime you brush your teeth, anytime you comb your hair, anytime you are in front of a mirror, reflected, you can tell yourself something. And if you are doing this work and you have noticed that something came up for you, and you are looking for ways for you to get clarity about it, to get clear. For example, I think it was Ellen or Ella was talking about she's buying a house, but she had a feeling in the solar plexus that it wasn't a good idea. So she did the work of becoming aware. She was doing the breath work, the grounding, the body scan. She identified the feeling, physical feeling, and then she connected that feeling with the trigger. And then once she was there, now is the time to do something about it, okay? What can I do to get clarity about this? If it feels good, meditation, you can do, just sit down and just sit with that emotion for a little bit and see what's come up for you. For some people, it will be a visualization of, I need to visualize myself living in that house, feeling great, everything going well. For some of you, may be an affirmation. I'm going to have an amazing time in this house. My life in that house is going to be amazing. My lifestyle is going to improve. Whatever you need to tell yourself to make yourself feel clear. Or maybe stepping in front of the mirror and asking yourself, Emilio, why are you feeling nervous about buying this house? And then I can tell you that sometimes doing this in the mirror is way more powerful. Louise Hay has a good book. Yeah, all these things, guys. I do mirror work. Thank you to Louise Hay. Okay, back when I was 17 years old, I think it was, no, even younger than that. I remember that my sister developed schizophrenia when she was 14, and then I was 13. And I will say that 2 years later, when I was facing like my sister having schizophrenia, my dad started to develop bipolar disease, I was surrounded by all this mental health stuff happening in my home, and I needed answers. So I started to read books, I started to get interested in all this stuff, and I remember finding a cassette from Louise Hay that I was listening to, and it really helped me feel better, feel grounded. And then I started stepping in the mirror and then doing mirror work and then being gentle with myself. And then after that, I have done this repeatedly. Every time I step in the mirror, I try to talk to myself. I try to be nice to myself. And I try to get clarity with these practices. Emilio, today's my dad's birthday too. Is he? Alfonso. My birthday was on Tuesday, Monica, the 17th, August 17th. So the last exercise that we haven't done, and we can do if you guys want for a couple minutes, thank you, it's a little meditation, okay? And I would like to finish with a little meditation, and I want you guys to experience a few things here. I want to do 1 or 2 minutes of meditation just with music, and then 1 minute with silence, okay? So that you can experience both. So let's start with music, okay? I want you guys to close your eyes, okay? Don't forget to breathe. Keep breathing in and out in a way that feels comfortable to you. And I invite you to just be. Just observe. Don't try to do anything. Just be here and now. Okay, now stay where you are, don't move. Now I want you to stay doing the same thing, but in silence. Just for a minute. Just 1 minute. Keep breathing. And just stay with yourself, just be present. So I want you to come back when you are ready. Just open your eyes. Thank you for your donation, Susana Marina. And I would love if you could share, like, how did you feel when you were meditating with music? And how did you feel with silence? What did you notice different? There is no right or wrong answer here. Some people prefer the silence, some people prefer the music, and sometimes you will prefer one or the other depending how you feel. But right now, what did you feel? Meditation felt deeper in silence. Thank you, Jen, for sharing. I was so frazzled at the beginning of this because I took my dog for a walk and lost my house key. Oh no, Monica. I hope you found it. Music is overwhelming, silence is sweet. I felt anticipation with music, silence, peace. Amazing. I will calm me down so much. I found it. Music brought good tears. Thank you. Prefer music or guided meditation. Keeps me focused. Less chance of monkey mind. I was rushing to be here. Haha. I'm glad that you found your key, Monica. So guys, I just want you to observe the chat, okay? Music felt energized, silence felt calm. I just want you to notice how the same experience, the same practice that we have all done together here, 222 people right now, we have done together the exact same physical practice. And I just want you to notice how differently each of you have received it, okay? And this is just something that shows you that there is no right or wrong way of doing these things. Okay? You have to find your own way. And all the practices that I shared today, these 6 practices, I just wanted to give you a sampling of them so that you could use them as you wish. I like the music today. Usually I prefer meditation in silence and uses music for relaxation. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Monica and Lenore, for your donation. Yeah, so I will say that generally speaking, when, and I'm talking from my own experience, when I don't feel grounded, when I am with my monkey mind running all over the place and I need to calm down and I have a hard time being with myself and being in silence, I find that having something external helps me relax. Music sometimes helps me relax. Just playing this and just moving it around helps me relax. Once I am in a relaxing space, or if I'm having a very calm day, nothing triggered me, and I am feeling good in the flow, meditation in silence feels way better. Just being in silence. Sometimes listening to stuff even bothers me. I need silence. And then that silence is helping me go deeper into whatever is coming up, because I'm not distracted. And I just want you to notice the 2 differences, right? Like there are so many wonderful musicians here on Inside Timer. They are so grounding and really changed my disposition. Absolutely. But I just want you to notice how sometimes you may need background music, background noise, a guided meditation, and sometimes you are ready to go deeper. And for you to go deeper, you may need silence. Okay? So just don't force yourself to just always do the same practice. Listen to your body, listen to how you feel, and then use these techniques as they feel better. Okay, so guys, this is the end of the session. I hope you enjoyed this sampling of like we did the breath work, we did the body scan, okay, we did the visualization, affirmations, meditation in silence, meditation with music, and we did the mirror work, okay? So if you are curious to dive deeper into these practices, I do have a self-care course here on Inside Timer that you can enroll. It's called Improving Your Mental Health with Self-Care, and I do longer practices, and you can understand the why. I help you create your own self-care list, and it's a 10-day course just for self-care, okay? And if you are interested in minimalism, I have another course that I released 3 weeks ago that is how to embrace minimalism in your life. Those two courses are here on Inside Timer, and I would love, if you want to dive deeper, you can join them, okay? There is also a circle that I run. It's called Your Thriving Lifestyle, that you are more than welcome to join, and you can share your progress there. You can share whatever you are doing, any questions you may have. I sometimes share the recordings of the sessions so that you can access them, you can share them with other people, and I share my courses there. And I also share other stuff that I like the other day I shared a course about the law of attraction that I took myself and I loved it. I put it in there for you guys to access it. So I love doing other things and I love sharing. Thank you for this. Was my first live event. It was great. Thank you so much, Asunta, for coming and joining. Breathwork, body scan, visualization, mirror work, meditation with music or silence. Yeah, and affirmations. Negrito. And affirmations. Again, you don't overwhelm yourself. You don't have to do all of them, okay? This is not meant for you to like, oh my God, every day I have to do this and this and this and this. No, these are just for you to be aware of, hey, I have access to these techniques. This is my toolbox for self-care, okay? It's like sometimes I go to my toolbox and I take a hammer because I need to put a nail on. Another day I will take my screwdriver because I have a screw I have to take out. Another day I need to cut a piece of wood and I will take my saw. You understand? Self-care is the same. Today I'm not feeling grounded at all. I am all over the place. I'm feeling anxious. I think a meditation with music will ground me. Amazing. Oh, I want to buy a house but I'm confused and I have done everything I can. Mirror work may be the tool for you this day. I'm giving a talk next week. I'm feeling so anxious. I know I can do this, but my negative self-talk is kind of putting me down and I need to raise my energy, my vibration. Affirmations and visualization may be the good thing for you. You understand? You just understand how to use these tools and how to embrace them and how to use them in your day-to-day life. So, and I can keep going with 1,000 other examples, but guys, you have the answers. You know how you feel and you know what tool to use, okay? So if this session was helpful for you, I would love if you can support me with a donation. Some people have donated already, thank you. And if you cannot donate money, that's okay. You can support me by joining the courses. If you have your Members Plus Inside Timer, you can listen to my audios and leave a review. That's also ways to support me. You can follow me and share me with other people that you think can benefit from what I share. And just by being here, you're supporting me. So I thank you for that. Thank you so much, Variety, listening to our bodies and meeting the need. That great. Yeah. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Beverly. Yeah, and please join the circle. It's called Your Thriving Lifestyle. Feel free to join there and then share whatever came up for you. Share ideas for future live sessions if you have some. Gracias, amiga. And that's it for today, guys. If you don't have any further questions, I am happy to release you and let you go. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that these practices will help you get clarity in your lives. Okay? I will see you inside the courses if you enroll, and I will see you in the circle. Okay? Have an amazing weekend, and see you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Adios.